Hey guys, just want to do a quick review of the Hoka One One Mach. Reason for the review is I've seen a lot of bigger sites out there posting reviews that seemed a little one-sided, and these are coming from sites, obviously, you want to be wary of where the review's coming from or what it's funded by, but these are coming from sites that get something out of it when you purchase a shoe or they are directly selling the shoe themselves. I'm just going to keep this real brief. Talk about what's good. What's good is definitely the outburst. I really like this material. I really like this breathable mesh. The I don't know if there's a specific name for this, but it is definitely a different material than what we saw on the Clayton and Clayton 2. And then I really like the looks of this shoe. As far as Hoka shoes go, this is a really good. I mean, this is a good looking shoe, period. I think, but we've seen some pretty funky designs coming from Hoka, and this is definitely one of the better looking shoes. What's bad about this shoe? Basically everything else. So the rubber I believe it's an R mat, but then it uses Hoka's new Pro Fly, which is, I don't know how it's different than what they used on the Clayton 2. I think it was something like Pro Light 2 or something like that. Basically what it is it's a harder forefront, and then a softer heel, so that as your form deteriorates and you move to kind of a heel strike, you have a more cushion landing, more that typical Hoka feel. And this shoe just does not offer the same return on each step that I got out of the Clayton 2. It definitely feels like a downgrade, everything outside of the upper material and the design. And then blisters. So I blistered in this shoe really bad on my left foot, like a really nasty blister. I don't think I have a picture of it. If I do, I'll include it, but a real rough blister. Reminiscent of the Clayton 1. So I did blister with the first Clayton. Pretty bad, but I liked that shoe enough that I worked around it, right? Through tape, body glide, whatever I could find, and some modifications, just 'cause I really enjoyed that shoe. With the Clayton 2 over here, I had no issues. Straight out of the box. It was a little stiff, but other than that, I mean, once it broke in, great shoe. And just to speak to this shoe, I've got maybe 65 miles in it. Check, but it's around 60 miles. And for me, it seems like most shoes kind of break in somewhere between 25 and 50 miles, and you get in that sweet spot on that shoe. And this shoe, I just can't see myself putting, lacing up for any more runs. Back to the bat, I mean, the upper is great, but because it's so stretchy, I gotta lace this thing so tight to get a good hold on my foot that the eyelets are basically touching. When my foot's in here, it's stretched out a little bit more. And then it gets pulled so tight that it creates this weird bulge down here in the toe box. It just creates kind of a funny feeling down there. It's weird to complain about too much room in the toe box on a Hoka. Yeah, kind of a weird sensation. This shoe is more narrow than the Clayton 2 also. You can definitely feel it on the outer sides of your foot. I thought that was going to be an issue, but because of the material being so stretchy, it didn't really bug me. Definitely didn't bug me as much as the rest of the shoe. And then I'm not going to give up on this line. I'll probably buy the Mach 2 or whatever they call it next year. They change the name again. I just hope that is kind of the one where they get it right. It seems like this last year has been a little weird for Hoka in the shoes that they're releasing. Not to change what this video is about, but kind of the redesign on the Clifton, kind of going away from what it is, and then also releasing a Nepali, and then pulling the Nepali out. Just a heads up, if you were thinking about buying the Nepali through Running Warehouse, not to plug Running Warehouse, sorry, but that's the only place you can get them. If you were thinking about pulling that, they are going to stop all distribution of the Nepali to the US. So yeah, that's just a quick, brief review. I've never done a review before, or any review on anything. Written a couple for some other things, but if any of this was useful, let me know. If you have any other questions that I can answer about the Mach, please feel free to message me. Definitely don't recommend it if you had no issues with the Clayton, no issues with the Clayton 2, and you liked them. Obviously, the Mach is probably for you. It seems like this shoe line is for a very specific kind of foot. To speak to my foot, I don't have a wide foot. I have an almost wide foot, I would say. But yeah, if you had no issues with those, definitely, I guess the Mach is, built for you, but the issue seems widespread enough where people are blistering in the same spot on these shoes every year. I'm not sure if that's Hoka just saying, hey, we don't want you to buy this shoe, you and your weird feet, stay away from our shoe, or if it's, something that they should address and something that they could change. I guess we'll plug Fisher Beer while we're at it too, local Salt Lake City brewery. Here's my ultra limited Fisher Beer Hydro Flask cup. Can't get them anywhere. One of a kind. Yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Happy to answer anything about Hoka shoes. I run almost exclusively in Hoka shoes. Had a good experience with the brand for the most part. Yeah, talk to you later.